Shangri-La. Right, this is one what I painted from a photo. Right, but I'm going to show you what you can do. So this is one I've already painted, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to use that as inspiration for something what I'm actually now going to make up. So I'm looking at it. When I painted this, it was just that scene. It didn't have people in it. I made that bit up. But on this one, I reckon I'm going to put fishermen in there, fishing, obviously. And I think I'm going to bring my sky in here. I reckon I'm going to have a bit of like sunlight or something coming through my sky there like that. And so I'm going to have a light streak all the way down here. So that my fisherman's in the middle of it. So it takes the eye straight to my fisherman. That's my plan. So I'm using this as inspiration, but I'm not using it to copy. I'm going to do something different. So you get two paintings out of one photograph. In it. Right. So I'll get started. I'll put that. Where shall I put that? I need that lent up so I can see it. I'll lean that up there so I can see it. Right. A fresh piece of paper here. That's that like that's alright in it. Right. Where's my brush? Get my brush, and I think I'll wet the whole thing, I reckon. Right, wet the whole thing. There we are, sound as a pound. Wet it all the way down, all the way through. There, that should be sound. Right, now I want some nice creamy colours now. Some nice creamy colours in there. Paint this bit pretty quick because right, so my creamy colours are going to come in like that. My beach is going to be sort of creamy colour anyway, so I'll whack my beach in like that, so my beach can come in like that, and that's my sea will be coming in as well. So that's my creamy colour there. Right, so that's that done now then. Now let's have some nice cerulean blue for my sky, so it can come in there to there, from about there to there, coming into this cream here, coming into there, in there like that, something about like that. And then I think I'm going to get this soft water brush, where's my tea towel, there it is, and just pull out some of them bits there where it's leaking in a bit. There we are. Just soften them in, dry that off a bit more, and just soften it in a bit into my water there, into my watery bit. There, that's it. Tiny bit more water in that middle bit there. Boom, 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 boom. There, soften it all in. There, something like that. That's looking alright, isn't it? There we are. Now that's very, very faint. I may well need it a bit stronger. I'll put some of these blue highlights in there because they're going to be reflecting into my sand because my sand's damp, you see. Right, now it's gone a bit light, so I'm going to whap a bit darker in there, just right at the edges. I don't think I'm going to bother that side because that side's for my lights there, that side's nearer to my light source. Right, so now I'm going to get a little bit of Payne's Grey and just come in over that side with some Payne's Grey. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, very nice. Just soften my brush off a bit. Off a bit more. There, that's better. That's got my light coming in at that way now. I'm coming to a tad more blue and bring it in there. Tad more. What's that? That's better. Bring that into there. About like that. Maybe there's a bit there. That's it. Wet my brush again. Dampen it off. Back a bit that way. That's it. Went a bit much there. And then I'm thinking tad more cream just in here. Yeah, let's get some more of that cream colour in there. Strengthen that bit up. There, nice. Wash my brush out. A bit more cream. There we are. Wash my brush out a bit more. Get rid of some of that water. And I think that's it. Okay, so I've got my water sorry, my light source coming down there. You know what, I think I'm going to dry the whole thing and go over it again, get it more of it, get it even darker. It's got to be bone dry. Let me have a sip of coffee. I've got to be absolutely bone dry for this. Else, that's sealed all that now. That's in place. So now I can re-wet it, and hopefully it'll not touch it. So if I go it flow at picture, if it does move it a bit, then it'll not matter, because it'll just move it in that direction. Right. Same again. Where's my brush gone? I've lost it. It's there. Thank you very much. I'll have my brush tar. Right. Get some of this lovely creamy colour. Some of that in. There. That's nice. A bit in there. Like that. There. I'll soften these all in a bit. Wash my brush out quick as I can, because I've got to work really, really quick. Some of the blue colour. Right. Same again. Really, really quick. Really coming into that. So I want to shape a bit in there and a bit in bottom there. Right. My smoothing in brush. Let's get that. And just softens them, all them edges in. That's it, from there first. And then out into the blues. There. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Lovely. That's lovely. Soften them bits in there, look. That's it. Nice. Right, now into my Payne's Grey. And that's some Payne's Grey just coming in like that. There. Not bother with Payne's Grey of it to the side. I just don't think I need it. A bit more paint on my brush just to come a bit darker in there. That's it. And then again, my softening brush. Just soften that right in there. There. Nice. That's it. Just some water on my brush, and that bit there I want to keep nice and white. There. That's it. And I'm thinking one more little thing. Just wash my brush off one more time. Come in with some really strong that. There, let's get some really strong blue in and all in there. That's nice, right? And then let's wash and squeeze that brush out for one last time. Just blend in. One last time. Oh, you know what? Now I've done that, it's making me well tempted to even stick in a toddy bit more black. Why not? Why not? Oh yeah, that's really strong sky now down that side. That looks good, I think. Make sure that's there. We are, and just soften that in. Soften it in that way a bit. There, I'm well happy with that. That looks lovely, I think. Right. So now, looking at that. Probably want a bit darker just in here like this, so I'll lock that in there, try and soften that in a bit. My paper's still a bit damp, just soften that in a bit. Let this brush a bit more, clean it a bit more, soften it back a bit more and soften it in a bit more. There we are, lovely. There. And then I'm thinking let's just wet it a tiny bit more, and then tiny bit more in there. That's it. And then change that to a bit of, squeeze it out, a bit of nice blue. A bit of blue in there like that. This is just to reflect in my sand what's going on in my sky there. So that's my sand. This is my sand here, my sandy colour. Somewhere like that. There's going to be a lot of sand colour in it, because obviously this is my sand. Right, soften that in. There we are. Just, I keep wetting my brush and cleaning it, and I'm just using a moist brush, a damp brush. My paper's damp to the point of it being moist. My brush is moist, point of it being damp. There we are. There. Look at that. Lovely, jubbly. Right. Now, I want some sea now. My sea is a bluey grey colour. So let's mix a bluey grey colour. Lovely. I think I've got that perfect. Well, my paper's still damp, but I think it's okay. Come into there like that. Into there. Bum, 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 bum. Across. I think even my C, I'm going to have some lighter spots in it as I go into that middle bit there. So my C's coming in here like this, look, coming in here, it's coming across here like this, sort of coming across there like that, same again, it's coming in here, my C is coming in there like that. Right, let's get this softening brush, soften this C in, so it's coming across here. That's it, I can soften in both ways. Oh, that's nice. Yep, perfect. Same here, got my C there, coming in. Let's just clean this brush a bit, clean it off a bit. Coming in a bit there, that's it. Something like that. Oh, I'm happy at that. That's nice. In there like that, I just dapped into a bit of cream. I'm just going to streak a tiny bit of sand through there like that. Tiny bit. And just soften it back out like that. That's where my sand is. There. Shall I dry that? I might dry that, re-wet it and go again. Just for me see. All it is, the darker I can get this, the more I can get that highlight stand out, so it's going to look better. So, right, I think I'm going to come in some of this. Oh, I best wet it all first. Good idea. Let's wet it all first. Let's get some clean water and just wet everything first before I do hotels. Yeah, all the way up. There, that'll do. Lovely. I'll come back in with here with some of this brown for me, not brown, cream for me beach. Same in there like that, and that can go through there. That's it. Get my softening brush, and I'll just soften that across into there and across into there, leaving me light in the middle. Right, so that's that. That can be now washed out. Right, might plop a bit more blue into my water. So let's go a tiny bit bluier. Civilian blue I'm using. Let's bring a tiny bit more blue in. Just into me water there. Tiny bit more. And across out there a bit more. And there. That's it. That's it. softening brush, and there, leaving me white bit in the middle. Perfect. My sky's alright. I'm going to leave my sky. Right, and give that another blast with dryer. I think I've got some more bits to put in anyway. Right, that's that. Let me have some coffee now. Right. Not keen on that little bit there, but I might be able to get it out. Let's have a look. Clean, damp brush. Let's see if I can soften that bit out a little bit. Might look a bit bodgy in a minute, but when it dries, you'll see it'll look alright. Don't know if that's worked or not. That'll look better when it's dry. Right, let's get. In fact, you know what? I need some water on here anyway. I'm going to pop in now in this bit here. So I'll just plop a bit of water down all this bit, this side here. Like this. Look, bom, 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 down there. And I think, you know what? Down on this beach as well. Just down this bit, this side here. A bit of water, because I'm going to pop in now. And get some bluey grey colour mixed up and just pop in some bits of trees and stuff back there. Look, it's quite misty. It's coming in here into about there, then it comes back across here, look, like that, into there. Now then, I need now some reflections, so I'll pull my reflections down like that. Bit in there like that, look. That's nice. Right, now let's take that, get that bluey grey colour, make it a little bit stronger, and probably drag in a bit of Bontumber now. That's better. And just sort of come in from about here and gradually blend up with some colours like that. That's it. Showing some other bits. There's another bit about there where it's coming in a bit more. I think that bit's coming a bit lower down here and normal. Lower down there. That's it. And that's just showing a bit more reflection in there like that as well. Something like that. And soften them in a bit if you want. Better. There. Right. Then, same again. Some more Bontumber in there. Same colour, a bit more Bontumber in, and I'll just pop in some more sort of bits and bobs. Like that. There we are. Mix a bit more black in and Bontumber, and I'll even come in with a bit more rocks and stuff. This is. That one's coming out to about there, and out to about there. There we are. We've got some reflections coming off that bit as well. There. Something like that. That's just some misty stuff coming in there. I'll just pop a bit in these bottom bits here, look, just so we can just make out them bits of rocks and that down there, because there's going to be some bits of highlights coming up against that. That's it. There. Shall I pop in a bit of cream? Tiny bit of cream in there. That'll warm it up a bit and get a bit of texture. There. That's probably enough. Mould it in with a bit of black. Just a tiny little bit, just to bring it in. That tiny bit closer with slightly warmer colours there. That's nice. Right. That's that. That's looking pretty good now. Right, so now pretty much now another quick dry and then pop my water lines in. there, another one there. Look. Any hairs, don't try and get rid of them until your paper's dry. If you do, then you'll end up with a mess. Right, I'm just going to straighten this paper. Straighten it out and try and stretch it a bit. If I can get hold of it, there we are. Try and stretch it a bit. Stretch that top bit a bit. There, that's better. There we are. Right, some more coffee. Put some nice water lines in. And then it's going to be stick a fisherman in. Right. Where's me? Here it is. Gouache. Bit of gouache. Oh, lovely. Nice fat bit of gouache on my brush there. Plenty on there. Right, nice. That should be nice. Right, so let's have a look. It sort of starts right back here. Right back there. Got to remember this sort of fades back a bit. That goes right across there, like that. Definitely some highlights in there. Definitely a bit in there like that. There's a bit on that horizon. There we are. Lovely jumbly. Right, definitely want a bit about there, off them rocks there. Definitely want a bit there, about there, coming off that rock there. And that can come out and around like that. Just sort of like that. That's it. These waves are sort of coming out a little bit as they come round here. Sort of coming round in a little circle. There. Nice. Right, let's have another dib dab into my paint. There. Oh, that's a big blob. And back round there like that. Some of these bigger. Right, how far are we having this in? So it looks like there's some bits. Looks like there's some little bits coming right in it, all over everywhere, to be honest. So there's some there, some more there like that. A little bit coming in about there, that is a little bit. Right, if I need some more up here, I can just dab into that bit to borrow it. Thin that bit out a bit, look. There, nice. Oh, more coffee. Let's get some more paint. Right then, so yeah, let's ask some more bits there like that. Just popping them in and just so that's better. And they're just getting further and further apart as they get closer, because they're getting, you know what I mean? That's how it'd walk in the ocean. As it gets closer, the waves get further apart because the bigger gaps, because you're closer. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are quite close now, you see. More paint on brush. Get a bit more paint on your brush if you want when they get closer. If you want. A bit more there like that. Look. So probably comes in about there. A bit about there. A bit's a bit fainter. That bit's fainter because there's not as much water there, you see. Right, now then. Let's have a few, I had a few squiggly bits on last time, so I think I'll do that again. A few nice squiggly bits. Just sort of, I don't know, just sort of like, oh yeah, sort of, like that. Something about that. This is where it's all just squiggling in. Squiggling in because it's like this bit up here. It's just damp sand. I'm sure it is a little bit of damp sand. Some squiggly, I'll say a bit there and all. Nice squiggly bit. There. a bit, say a bit of there, look. Something like that. In fact, that bit there, let's go over that. It's not running very strong. It looks, oh, something like that into here. Yeah. So, dab my brush in water and it'll run smoother. Something about that, look. Oh, I'm enjoying this. See, this sort of stuff, when you're doing this, it's enjoyable. But sometimes, when stuff's enjoyable, that's when you can get a little bit carried away at it. So you have to be a bit careful that you don't get too carried away in it. There we are into there. Bom, bom, bom. And I'm moving it that much, I may well be getting a little bit too carried away. But there we are, that's enough of that now, I think. So, I've got my main. Let's get some more of this main seeing, just to make sure I've got enough of that in. So that's coming in there like that, look. Add more water on my brush. Coming in there. That's it, some of these squiggles coming out. There. Oh, I can have some squiggles in there and all if you want. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? There. There we are. That looks nice. There. Now I think what I'm going to do now is plonk my fisherman right in this spot here, this highlighted spot there, and that will look really, really good. Hopefully you'll stand out. Right, so I'd say it's not the most hottest of days, so it's probably not got its trunks on. Let's get a small enough brush, that one. Right, what colour shall I aim in? Could do him in a bit silhouette, you know. They do often wear green. Let's do him in green. He'll stand out then. There's a bit of greenish colour in here. I'm going to do him in a dark green so he's partially silhouetted. See what that looks like. So I'll mix up a nice dark green. Nearly there. Just mixing paint till I get the exact right colour I want, and then I'll be happy. Let's try that. Right, so let's have him. He's not very big because he's quite far in distance, and let's have him there. So just paint. Right, I'll tell you what you do. Have him leaning slightly back, holding his rod. So just paint a little carrot for now. Right, then I always put a little bit coming out there when it's a fisherman, so it looks like his elbow, and a little bit coming out there for his other arm, something like that. There, that's it. And then let's go darker for his trousers. Let's just give him some black trousers. So I've gone black for his trousers. So, like I say, it's just a carrot. Just think of a carrot. There. I'll come. That's it. That'll do. And then I'll pop him a ickle head on. Like that. That's just his head. There. That's cool. Now down here, get a little shadow in there. That's it. Get some of this dark green now. Some more of that dark green on my brush. A little shadow in the dark green there. I might go over that in a minute. Don't think that's quite dark enough. I'll let it dry, then go back over it. Let's pop his head on. His head's the dark colour again. That's his head. There. Right. Let's give him a fishing rod. So we'll have his rod sort of. See, I do practice runs for his rod. We'll have his rod sort of that's his rod. Don't know whether to try and mirror that a little bit. That'll do for that, I think. Because there's the water's a bit wavy there anyway, so there. Well, I'll tell you what I could do while I've got this dark on my brush, just under some of these waves, just put a little bit of a highlight, low light. It always looks nice. But for a slightly bluier colour, actually, yeah, a bit of a low light just under them waves there. It looks dead dark now, but it will dry a bit lighter. There we are. That's it, just under some of these closer ones. Further back ones we don't bother. Don't have to go all the way under them all. Just a few little low lights like that. There we are, a couple under them there and all. Just helps a bit. Just helps bring them closer ones a bit closer. That's nice, isn't it? There. We'll dry a bit lighter, that will, in a minute. Right, oh, I said I was going to go over that green again, didn't I? Not quite strong enough, so let's do that. Back into that green colour there. Over that bit more in the reflection. There we are, that's that. Now then, right. So I've got my fisherman there. Pop in a little bods, so I'll get an even smaller brush for that. A couple of little bods. That brush. So, nice dark colour. Make sure my thing's nice and sharp. Put my glasses on for this so I can see what I'm doing. Couple of little bods. Shall we have them? Shall we have them there? Let's have them there in that slightly lighter bit there. So I'll have one there and one there and then another one about there. Gladys, Gertrude and Gavin. Now, shall I have? Because they're all seagulls. Let's just do it. Let's have a nice big seagull. I'm going to put him flying in, make him so he looks like he's flying into my painting this way. So if I get him here where it's quite dark, so I'll have him with a big wing there, going into there. That's good. Don't forget plenty of white paint for this. Into there like that. And then sort of that wing smaller, so it just looks like he's flying in to my picture. And then I think just to help highlight it, what I might do is just put some dark shadow just underneath his wings, just like that, just underneath. And then go a bit thicker with it on this bottom bit, just underneath there, like that. Looks good, doesn't it? And then same there, just on that top bit, just a shadow underneath like that. My white's spilling into it a bit, but not to worry. So look alright. Is it dark enough? Give him a black beak. Don't know if they are black beaks, they do now. There, that'll do. So that's I think pop a bit more white on top of that. A little bit more white. That's it, make him a bit stronger. He wants to really stand out. There we are. Nice big seagull flying in there, but that's my focal point there. Sand. And I could have, let's do it, a couple more little seagulls in there, just highlighting up against that there, There we are. That's nice, isn't it? Right, get my signature on it. B, D, it's Bertie D. There, that's how you do. Quick. That's how you make two paintings out of one painting. That's a different painting to the other one, but it works nice. City on beach, in it.